Listen, this thing just hit my spirit. Your next no is going to determine God's next yes for you. Listen to me clearly. Ruth was married to one of Naomi's sons, and Naomi's family hit tragedy when the sons and their father passed away. And Naomi told her daughter-in-laws, which included Ruth, y'all need to go back to y'all own land. Y'all are young and beautiful, and y'all can have more kids, and I cannot push out nobody else to be your husband. So go ahead back to where you come from. And even though she loved them, she wanted the best for them, and she was sending them off like anybody would have done. But Ruth said no. She said, no, I'm not going back over there. She said, no, I'm not going back to that land. I'm staying with you. Listen, Ruth 1 verse 16 says, and Ruth said, entreat me not to leave thee or to return from following after thee, for whither thou goest I will go, and where thou lodgest I will lodge. Thy people shall be my people, and thy God will be my God. Listen to what I'm saying to you. Stay committed to the relationships that God has called you to, because the soil that you are tilling, the ground that you are tilling in that person's life is the very ground that God is going to yield your harvest from. Listen, the kinsman that redeemed the lineage of Naomi is the kinsman that put fruit in the womb of Ruth. My God, that fruit went on to be the father of Jesse, who was the father of David. David was the king of Israel, and the only king that God said was after his own heart. But listen, listen. If Ruth would have said no to her assignment by partnering with Naomi, then she would have missed out on the yes that God had waiting for her on the other side of her obedience to say no to the things that she used to know. The person that you were back then is not the person that God has assigned you to be in this next season. So you got to do something different in order to get different results. God is challenging you to say no to those old situations so that you can come into agreement with the bloodline of Christ. Listen up, with the bloodline of Christ.